that's the point, right? We want to make sure that we're getting really great gifts, and this is Lincoln Logs. You know them, you remember them. Remember that wooden toy that you were able to build with. It's 100 years old. So a toy doesn't stay around that long and have that kind of staying power unless it's one that has captured the imaginations of generation after generation, frankly. It's a sale price of $35.92, so $6 off a regular price, but you're getting an anniversary edition. What are we getting here, Susan?
This is the 100th anniversary of Lincoln Logs, and we are so thrilled to have it and present it to QVC and have it on air first.
Yay!
And which we're so happy. So you're going to receive the tin, and it's going to have
over here
111 pieces in it, and it is going to build the meeting house. That is a full build of 111 pieces, which is so wonderful. So you're going to have all sorts of different wood pieces. They're all wood. The wood is made in Maine, and it's maple wood.
Nice.
And so then you have that build, but you also have all these pieces, and if you're disassemble this, you can also make a tree fort over here. You can make a cabin, or you can make a fabulous little hut, or you can have the time of your life building whatever you want.
Just from your imagination. Now, I'm just going to reach behind you because I want to share with you. There are a couple of things that you're going to receive here. One is, this is a Lincoln Log design that you received way back in the day. So one of the first inserts that came in Lincoln Logs, and that's just for you. That's just to commemorate the 100th anniversary, rather. And this isn't, you can't necessarily build everything from this because this is just for you to keep as a collector's piece. And this is something that exclusively comes in our configuration that we have here.
Just exclusive.
You're also going to receive this directions, and this actually is going to be able to show you the other pieces that you can make. But again, as we were with Keith Epps and we were building with the light up blocks over there, the reality is that I know as a kid, I never looked at the directions. I got the Lincoln Logs out, and all of a sudden I was like, wow, does this go with this? I want to put this here, and I want to put this here, and then all of a sudden I'm going to make my own little building, and I'm going to see what happens, and then I'm going to knock it over and do it again.
And
that's what I wanted to do.
This is what it's all about. 100 million children have enjoyed this through the years, through 100 years. It's just so fantastic. We have had our grandparents, our parents, and ourselves use it, and now it's on to the next generation. And the wonderful thing we were talking about earlier, Rachel, was that these pieces, if you have sets at home, they're interchangeable. So like you can take the pieces from home.
From your grandpa or from your grandma.
Yes, and so this is the special set that you now have as a gift. But you can also use other pieces. And children love to build. They love to use the hand-eye coordination. They love to use their imagination. So like you can make race cars, you can make, children are really, girls and boys are really into like barns and and so like you can certainly build a barn and a horse stable. So there's a million different things that you can do. It's endless, and it's just all about being creative, taking the time, unplugging, and enjoying this fabulous, beautiful gift.
You know, I was saying to Keith, and I'll say it to you as well, do you find this to be the case? What I love actually about building or about sitting down with my nieces and nephews is that whenever I do something like this, like an unplugged activity, they talk to me more.
Absolutely.
Like all of a sudden they kind of open up and they're sharing, and they're just kind of like, Aunt Rachel, did you know that I went to school today, or I went to the play and whatever? And I find out all sorts of stuff. You know, about like their life and what's going on and kind of what they love, and I love those moments because there's, you know, we certainly have moments where we're watching a movie together or whatever, or we're jumping on the trampoline together. But you know, when I do this or a spirograph or like I said, other building blocks and other things that kind of unplug and just quiet us down, and it's just the two of us, and we're, you know, building something together, or we're drawing something together, even if it's just a coloring book, they talk more and communicate.
Absolutely. And don't we all just love that special time to have with the kids or the grandchildren? And this, I know that we had some special toys in our house, like we were talking about, that you can take and have this special at Grandma's house, so they can sit and build this big, wonderful bin full of fabulous toys. And then when you're done with hours of playing, you can then just put this all back in this tin and have more fun.
You know, what I love also is that this tin is really easy. So, you know, cleanup is a breeze. You've got 111 pieces. You put them in this tin. That was the other thing, is that as a kid, you know, or as a parent, you're like, can you clean this up by yourself? Yes. And they'll make a game of that. Because they'll act like it's a little basket, and they'll shoot a basket, and they'll throw the little Lincoln Logs in here. And because the Lincoln Logs are wooden, you're not going to hurt them. Like they're, you know, they're sturdy, they're durable. They're the Lincoln Logs that have lasted
all wood.
100th anniversary. That's mind-blowing.
I know. It's one of the first builds of you know, toys, and it was designed, you know, for children to be able to use constantly, all age groups, to be clever and creative, and just to, you know, it's the wooden, notched wood, and you just use that, and you obviously just put different pieces in, as you can see, and you just keep building on top of it, and it's forever going. It's been 100 years, and I think it'll continue. It's just such a fabulous, fabulous item.
You know, it's a great gift. You know, I believe it was invented in 1916 by the son of the architect Frank Lloyd Wright. So that it was built by somebody who was kind of steeped in architecture and building. But this is really for boys and girls. What ages is this good for?
3 and up.
3 and up. It's $35.92. It's a savings of $6 and change off of our regular QVC price. And remember, this is a piece that you're going to get that you can't find elsewhere, because we're adding in that commemorative little Lincoln Log instruction manual that, of course, doesn't have anything to do with this set, but just commemorates the 100th anniversary. So we'll be back in a second with so much more. I'm going to keep it moving, but this is exclusive, and thank you so much, Susan. I appreciate it.